Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting night of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Ooga Booga herself, Psychic Sally Diane.
Greetings from your queen of Ooga Booga, that is. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to see you for another episode of Psychic Sundays. And I hope everybody's had a good week. I think I've had a fairly good week. It's been an active week. We've gotten some of our Christmas shopping done. We got to do the Christmas trail in Stratford, which was a lot of fun. We went to Stratford Tourism, and they give you 6 tickets to use at 6 different stores for 6 different pre-chosen items ahead of time. They're just little items, but the fun is going to each store and seeing what else they have, and then getting a little item, an extra item on your way out. Let's see. I went to the tea store, occasionally tea. And of course, I got candy there while I was at it.
Of course. Well, we've got quite a few people with us already.
Okay.
But I think before we get to that,
we have something very special. I got a Christmas card from our friend Marcy. We all know Marcy. She's here every week. And everybody will be glad to know she finally made it to Florida. She's down in sunny Florida, basking away. She does say that our weather is finding its way to her. Sorry about that, I guess, Marcy. But thank you so much for the Christmas card. It was beautiful. But best of all, what else we got from Marcy was a package. And she said there's a gift in here for the producer, and there's a gift in here for me. And so we're all going to see what we got together. Okay, so I think this one's for you. I'm pretty sure that one's for you because your queen recognizes this box, folks. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I think I know what this is. I am so excited. I love this. Oh, and it's usually the Lady Pete from Georgia that sends me these. Oh, folks. Oh my goodness. Oh, look. Oh my goodness. I've got to wear this right now because it matches my sweater. And if nothing else, your queen is a fashion plate.
would you pass me the package so Felix can sniff it?
Which one?
The Amazon package.
Oh, it's down there. I'll gladly hand it to you after the show, darling. Oh, open it up. Look at that. Red and purple. Is that not just fabulous? Oh, what a nice addition to my crown wardrobe. Oh, thank you, Marcy. There. Honey, is this on straight?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I know that everybody's anxious to get started. And tonight I have the tarot cards. I have the runes. And also, I decided that I might use the Morgan's Tarot, which is a funny little deck, and I think you guys will enjoy that. So who's the first question from?
A second. All right, let's see who we got going here. Hi, Ezra and Tanya, Samantha, Brian, Jenny, Lisa, Sonia. Oh my Lord, there's so many here. And another Jenny. Marcy, hi. Okay,
Thank you.
let's get the questions going. Ezra wants a message from her angels. She wants to know what she needs to focus on right now.
Okay. That is an excellent question, Ezra. Let's see, what do Ezra's angels? I'm going to do this a little bit different just so I can get the absolute right card for you. There's 1. And that one wants to be 2 together. And that's 2. And that's 3. Okay, so your first message. Okay, you have the Magician and you have Temperance, but Temperance is ill aspected. And this first one is a reminder that you have a really nice skill set and you can accomplish pretty much well anything you set your mind to. And so that means you can get pretty much well anything you wish as long as it's humanly possible. But there's also a little bit of warning here. Be careful what you wish for. It might make you a bit unbalanced. Okay, so there's your first message. Your second message is the Hanged Man, but it's reversed. And this is about sacrifices. And what this feels like your angels are telling me is you give too much and ask too little. It's not selfish. Consider yourself first sometimes, because you have to take care of yourself first before you can take care of anybody else. Remember what they say on the planes, you put your own mask on before you put the mask on your kids, because if you don't, you might pass out and you can't help anybody. So you need to take good care of yourself or you might not be able to help anybody. And the last message is the 7 of Swords. And that's kind of a warning. Keep a close eye on yourself, but be careful of liars and gossips. Keep them as far from you as possible. Also, this week is going to be a good week to double check the locks on everything. Like my Missouri mother used to tell me, trust everybody but count the silver. Thank you for tuning in, Ezra. Remember to tell your friends. And who's next?
Our next question is from Tanya. She was saying her last reading for last week was very accurate, and she would like to know what's coming up this week.
This week? Oh, Tanya, I feel mischievous with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the Morgan Tarot, and we'll get 3 cards out of the Morgan Tarot. We'll get this one, and there's your center message, and this one right here, and that's what you got to watch out for, and this one right here that wants to hide there, and that's just the best thing about this week. So overall, you've got the hand, but that's your hand, and that's one that says have confidence in yourself and have confidence in the things that you do and the things that you create this week. What works against you is it's the circle, and the circle is sometimes a circle of boredom. I think these two together tell me it's really your week to be creative about things so you don't fall into boredom. And the positive thing about this week, Baba, and Baba, right side up or upside down, is about love. You've got the heart and you've got the heart. And so you've got 2 hearts crossed in kind of a vernier chart, if you will. So love is pretty good this week. There's a reminder that you need to reach out as well as being reached out to. Okay, thank you. Thank you for tuning in, Tanya. We'll see you again.
Our next question comes from Lisa. She wants to know what's going on the next couple of weeks.
Okay, so Lisa, I'm going to go back to my old friends here. Okay, Lisa in the next few weeks. So that takes you almost to New Year's. Wow. The number 6 plays in very heavily over the next couple of weeks. And 6 is completion on the emotional level. So I think that you're over before the end of the year, you're going to tie up a lot of emotional loose ends. You might be getting ready to have some changes coming up in your life in 2021. Because these do feel like, first off, clarifying some of the finer points with the those around you. You've got Six of Cups, but Six of Cups reversed, and you can tell just it is a card of kind of misguidance, if you will. And this is because it's reversed, it's just the opposite, where it just feels like you're going to go and make sure that everything's tied up in a nice little bow. You've got Six of Wands as far in your negative position, in the things that you need to watch out for. And this one tells me that even though you're going to make some progress over the next few weeks, this is a card that tells you be careful not to brag on yourself. Just be careful not to flaunt it, if you will. Okay, so be careful about that. And then positively aspected, you have death, but it's a death reverse, but it's in a positive way, so it's a positive message. And death is about change. And what it's telling me is that some things are happening a little too fast, and you can manage to slow it down just enough for you to catch up over the next few weeks. So it looks like you're going to be busy and productive. Good on you.
Jenny wants to know about Joe.
Okay.
She wants to know how Joe's feeling about her. They haven't spoken in a week. All right.
Yeah, don't let the ghosting go on too fast, but as it just feels like, even before I look at this, just what I pick up on raw is that it's sort of a two-way thing, and there's two-way pride going on there, and it feels like somebody needs to reach out with just a little tiny olive branch. Just think about it. Okay, so, and well, I did say an olive branch, and there's a branch for you. This card, this Ace of Wands, says that you can have a new beginning, a new understanding here. So I go by what I said before, that one or the other, if he's not reaching out to you with an olive branch, might be time for you to reach out for him. Because there's a reminder here that you guys usually get along really well. And, it basically says you play well together. So I will say this. As far as the sin of pride, it seems like the Mister has a little bit more of it, and there's this idea of a little bit of dishonesty there. I don't know whether he's lying to others or lying to himself, but he kind of needs a little help there, I think, and. And usually I'm not this nice about things, but I just feel like this is just a misunderstanding, a very tender relationship. And even here, it talks about you've got the Page of Cups reversed, and it's positively aspected. The Page of Cups is a creative little thing, and it's kind of like, in a way, you inspire each other and you bring out each other's stronger inner child. So I really feel like you're missing him and he's missing you. He's too proud to reach out to you and you're too proud to reach out to him. Please, please, please pick up a little tiny olive branch and reach out to him, okay? Thank you, and thank you for tuning in.
Our next question is from Samantha.
Samantha, you get the runes.
She's going on her first blind date. And how is that going to go?
Well, it depends on how well you get along with the seeing eye dog. Oops. Sorry, folks. That was a bad joke.
Is that one for you?
I was thinking that it should be. Sorry, Samantha. Okay, first blind date. Well, okay, it's going to be fun at first. Like, the first date's going to be fun, but there's all kinds of red flags here. And it's kind of like he just seems so perfect. And I think he's going to bring some kind of a little gift, like maybe a box of chocolates or a flower or something, because there's a gift here. And that there's this feeling at first is like, oh, we're so perfect for each other. But you've also got a warning here that things can and will change on a dime, and that you should wait to make judgment on this guy. I think that this is something that will survive the first date, and afterwards he gets strange. Yeah. I don't even need to go any further. Go on the first date if you want to. I know you've already committed to. Have a bow out strategy. Because this is something, it's really strange. It starts out so nice and just goes so south so fast. So, thank you for asking.
Our next question is from Bethany, would like a general love reading.
Oh, so nice.
It's the holidays. Everybody's looking for love.
Well, it's a time for love.
Or at the very least, companionship.
You know, why else would we watch all those freaking Hallmark movies? Which the producer has pointed out to me, those people have an insane amount of Christmas trees.
Oh, yeah. Did you not know there's a Hallmark Christmas tree drinking game? Please do not attempt this at home. Wait till you're at the college dorm.
Or your second year in the Navy.
Macho.
You know, the only reason you're not getting a one for that one is because I thought it was funny. Okay, so back to reality, back to Bethany and Bethany's love life over the holidays. Ooh, we got one that wants to jump out. Oh, nice. You've got the Knight of Cups jumped out. So there's somebody that you could be flirting with, and I know that everybody knows he came out upside down, and I noticed it too. It seems like this is saying, don't miss your chance with somebody. You know, don't play shy. Make sure you make eye contact and bat those eyelashes, because the Knight of Cups is kind of like the Prince Lancelot of the deck. He's a good one to go after. So there's a handsome jack around for you to flirt with, Bethany. Let's see what else the cards have to say about your love life. Oh yeah. You definitely have somebody coming into your life, Bethany. He's either your age or maybe a little younger. He's energetic. He really is a handsome prince. I'll tell you, I think that he has dark hair and very intense eyes. You know, the kind of eyes that just see right through you. But, oh, what a charmer he is. Yeah, you got somebody to flirt with, and I'd say definitely do so. Oh, yeah. You're going to have competition. But I think that you're going to be all right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't be afraid to flirt a little bit. So love actually looks like it moves pretty good. I do see your heart healing a bit over the next few weeks, and that's good too. Remember to flirt. Okay, so who's next?
Next we have Queen G would like to know what 2021 holds for her.
Queen G. We have another queen. Okay, 2020 for Queen G. Hey, let's do the runes.
And I have an update on my present. It came in an adult-proof box.
Oh, okay. He's almost got it open. 2021 for one of the queens. There we go. Okay. All right, so here's where it starts. And 2021 comes in like a lamb. Oh, look at that. Can I see it?
Sure. It was shiny.
Okay, it says, Dear Santa.
Hang on,
stu-
hang on. No, you can turn it upside down.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes.
It says, Dear Santa, sorry for all the F-bombs. 2020 was crazy. Yeah.
F-bombs, eh? I must have a fan. First she complains, then she wants to befriend me.
That's
Anyhow, back to the reading.
yes. Back to Queen
Sorry,
Cheese. Yes, and 2021, like I said, comes in like a lamb. So I think that the first couple months are going to be a little on the quiet side, but behind the scenes, you've got family stuff happening. You've got Ken here, so there's little changes in the dynamics of your immediate family. And as you come closer into the spring and summer, my goodness, when it rains it pours. You've got love coming in a big way, and this feels like a relationship that's already rooted, but an already rooted relationship kind of I guess I'd like to say comes to fruition. But I see the two of you working closer and more successfully together. Also, when you get into May, June of 2021, the coming up to the center part of it, you've got Gabu, which is gifts. So you've got a lot of serendipity coming up. So it's going to be a good summer. Contracts go well for you. And I'm not sure whether we're looking at a mortgage or maybe just a new lease, but it feels like there's a contract around something housing wise. Yeah, of course, you've got Othilla there, which is homeland. So you may well be either putting, getting a mortgage on either a condo or an actual house, because a house and home shows up here. And as we go into the fall, so when we get deep into the summer and into the fall, first off, you've got Dice Cup, you've got Pertho. So it says that unexpected things may happen. And I have to remind you that when Pertho shows up, sometimes there's an aspect of pregnancy, because it is one that kind of brings in unexpected joyful gifts, if you will. And right next to Pertho, you've got Ancestor and you've got Wealth. And I'm not sure whether, I think that you may inherit something, and it feels like maybe a piece of jewelry or a piece of land. It's something of value, but it's some sort of an heirloom right there. And that's as we come into the fall. Also in the fall, I see a focus here. You have Torch, and it's a focus on education. So I see you going through some sort of training in the fall. It might be mandatory, because right next to it you got Thorns, so it's kind of like you're going through a little bit of training, but you're not really happy about it. So it might be a bit of a snore there. Also, I worry about your health in November of 2021. It seems like you may have worked your way out or tired yourself. And as you come to this time next year, you're looking at reaping the rewards of your hard labor through the year. So it looks like you might get a good Christmas bonus in 2021, or some sort of a Christmas financial bump up. And this year you're actually looking for more big changes in your life, because the year 2021 ends up on a note of change. And this is a rapid change. So something big comes in at the end of 2021 that really turns your whole life upside down in a good way. Thegas is usually a happy rune, and it's surrounded by happy runes. Thank you for tuning in, and remember to like and subscribe and tell your friends. And happy 2021.
Welcome to all the newcomers, folks.
So good to see you. Thank you for tuning in.
It makes it a lot easier for me to see your questions. If you put a question mark on the end of it, that's great. Sonia, I didn't miss you. I just skipped you. Sonia hasn't been feeling well. She wants to know what's going on with the cards on that.
Okay, Sonia gets the Morgan Tarot.
Oh, the Morgan.
Okay, so what's going on with Sonia right there? There's your middle card. And what does Sonia need to improve upon? Right there. And what is Sonia's best asset? And that's what went right there. So, let's see. Okay, you've got wordless. And you've got wordless, and I think this is the universe telling you, Sonia, that you need to start speaking up for yourself and expressing yourself a little bit more. You might be eating your words in certain situations, and that doesn't help you. And it's also not good for your stomach or your blood pressure. And what works against you? You got tee hee ha ha, and this one, they're really being cute with you, Sonia. Okay. This one, it makes me feel like you might take things a little too seriously, because they're recommending that you learn to laugh at yourself and laugh at others instead of being so serious about stuff. And certainly expressing yourself instead of keep holding things inside will help you to be lighter of heart, darling. Okay. Well, what's positive in your life? They have grass. Golly, I don't think that Sonia is a stoner, but the one thing about this is it's good for arthritis because it relaxes the joints, so it's a relaxing kind of thing. So let's take that look at what it does. It relaxes, it sedates a little bit, it makes you mellow, and so this might be a good time for you to kind of maybe have a nice cup of chamomile tea every now and then. That's calming. Especially meditate every now and then, but take time to just have that moment to yourself where you're peaceable and calm. You know, maybe for half an hour, turn off the cell phone, turn off the TV, shut the door, tell everybody to leave you blank alone, and just curl up with a good book, a romantic novel or something. That's the best thing you can do for yourself and your health. Okay, Sonia, thank you so much.
Sonia says, no, I'm not. I don't know what she's referring to. I don't pay attention to the reading. 35 years of not paying attention to readings.
Okay, so that's one.
No, it's the truth.
Well, yes, it is. She didn't really say that.
I'm not a stoner.
Oh, no, I said you weren't. I did. You play it back afterwards. I definitely said you weren't. But then I looked at the other things are attached to being a stoner, and the things they're attached to, people say that marijuana does this and that and the other. And it does tell me that you need to do something to kind of calm yourself down. A cup of chamomile tea and a half an hour with no cell phone and a good book should do the job just fine.
All righty.
But I know you're not, Sonia. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply you were.
Ivory would like a general reading.
Ivory, it's so nice to see you. We're going to take out my old friends here. I think I'm going to put the Morgan Tarot in the corner for a little bit for that last card they threw. I'll punish them.
No. To be fair, though, that deck was created by a hippie in the age of hippies.
Yeah. Keep that in mind, folks. I told you it was a lighthearted deck. Okay, so now the question was just a general reading, correct?
That's correct.
All right, so. So right in the middle, you've got the Ace of Wands, but the Ace of Wands is reversed. And that's, I feel like there's an opportunity around you, and you're not really grabbing it. You might feel like you're not quite qualified, or you're not worthy, or somebody else better is applying for the job. Whatever opportunity is around you that you're not grabbing, please grab it. It's there. It's in front of you. If it's in front of you, it's there for you. Okay. And even though, the positioning of this worries me a little bit, but I know that there's love in your life, and maybe you need to embrace that a little bit stronger. Positively aspected, you have death, and death is a card of change, and the winds of change are blowing through your life, and because it's positively aspected, it's directly under your control, so you can control the changes that come into your life right now. And it looks like you've got an opportunity to make relationships a lot better, and you have an opportunity to move ahead work-wise, business-wise. So grab the opportunities ahead of you, and embrace love. Embrace love. And if there's any worries there, give your partner the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't listening.
He doesn't listen to me at all. Selective hearing.
Well, let's give them some context. My dad's first psychic fairs was 1985. And you quickly learn not to pay attention to the readings that are going on behind you or beside you.
Yeah, the psychic fairs were a bit of a...
And that's just one of those things that sticks with you, that I don't pay attention to somebody else's reading. But somebody else is Doreen.
Hi, Doreen.
Doreen has an important meeting on Wednesday, and she was wondering how that's going to go. She'll be doing some speaking, and she wants to know if anything will change.
That sounds like a runes question, don't you think?
Pardon me?
I said that sounds like a runes question. Selective hearing. There we go. Oh. So right at the base of it, you've got two biggies. You've got kin and you've got homeland. And so this is telling me that you're right at home. You're whatever it is you're doing, it's your wheelhouse. This plays into your talents, Doreen. And you also have Gabu, which is gift and serendipity. So it's going to start quite well. Hopefully it keeps on going well. And there's also this idea that, there's a bit of a goddess, an empress energy here in Berkana. And that feels like fertility. So this meeting is a very productive meeting. It seems to go very well for you. And you've got Kinez here, which is torch, and torch is enlightenment. So as a speaker, you are going to get your message across very, very well. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to get your meaning across well. This Tiwas here, this little arrow here that points toward Kinez, is sometimes associated with contracts. It's definitely associated with truth, but sometimes it's associated with legalities. So I think legalities and contracts will go well as an aftermath of this meeting. It does tell me that even afterwards, like these cards, these runes that fall out here, I see as kind of the fallout. And so it looks like things start flowing really well. But when I look at the horizon, it says that as you start to harvest the rewards of your labor, keep in mind, hope that it doesn't get out of hand, but it feels like you might end up getting enough success that you're overwhelmed. Because there's this warning about getting overwhelmed. So as things start to come in more and more and more, make sure you delegate early on so you don't get overwhelmed. We're going to turn over a couple more of these. Oh yeah, you're the strongest one there. You're the best speaker. Love to see that. Okay. Just a little warning. I think you might be dealing with ice or snow. Make sure you bring your boots and your gloves and something warm in the car. It might get cold faster. Like when you get out of the meeting, it feels there's this rune right here, Isa. It just feels like it's telling me prepare for cold. So it might be colder when you leave the meeting than when you went in. So make sure you bring scarf, gloves, all the other good stuff. And yeah, whatever changes you're looking to make, you do make. All right. Good on you. Wednesday will go well.
Our next question is from 222.
My favorite room.
222 is interested in the guy, but is he interested in 222?
I'm going to pull the Morgan card out of the corner. Now keep in mind, folks, this card does think it has a sense of humor, so don't be offended by what
plastic on your head on your right side.
On my right side. Oh my goodness!
From the crown.
From the crown, my crown is shedding plastic. Oh dear. Okay, so anyhow, 222. Interesting guy. Okay, so here's how you look at him, and here's how he looks at you. And here's how the two of you go together. This is what you need to watch out for. And this is what you need to hope for and reach for. Okay, so you try to relax. So this, you got to be in the early part of the relationship. And the question would say that too, because it's saying just calm down, don't lose sleep over this. And the guy thinks, okay, so there's nothing you can do. So he's kind of questioning whether the two of you are a match. At the same time, where you're wondering, does he like me? Does he not like me? See how they come together. Can
you push those cards up?
Of course I can. And the Morgan Tarot, boy, they're going to get it says, always remember this. And with that one says, focus in on the now. So there is a little bit of communication going on. Try not to sound, be cool. Be cool. Just in case he decides that he doesn't like you, at least you haven't put an emotional baggage into it too much. Yeah, playing hard to get and playing cool is the way to go, because this one right here says, I think I'll make a Buddha. And that's just a way of saying, I'm just going to go and contemplate something, and I'm not going to pour too much into this. It's kind of like the you know how people always want what they can't have? He's kind of got to feel like you're a little out of reach. Okay, and positively aspected, it says further orders await. So 222, I think that you should give yourself a week. Try and think of him as little as possible. And just see how you feel a week from now. I have a feeling that there's going to be some information coming your way that's going to change your mind about this guy. So that's what I feel about this fella. Okay. As far as what I feel about you, I really feel like you are a caring individual, and just overall, because I really don't like to give you semi-bad news, but especially when I feel like I'm dealing with somebody who has better stuff coming up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You're still working on your balance. That's the issue. You're still working on your balance, and you're still trying to get over past hurts. So in a way, you look like you kind of read like you're a little too sensitive. So yeah, be cool. Just be cool, and that is going to help you there. Okay.
Excellent. Hi, everybody. We've got some regulars here. We've got some newbies here. Suzanne, we'll get to you.
Good to see you all. Hi, Naya.
She wants to know if the guy she's pursuing is worth it.
They're never worth it.
Or should she throw in the towel?
Okay, so is he even worth it? Okay. Naya and her current love interest. I worry a little bit about the company he keeps, that's for sure. Dead center, you got the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is the card of meanness, especially when it's turned upside down. So, yeah, I just worry about the kind of people he hangs around with.
Thanks, Angel.
Well, Naya, oh, I'm beginning chicken. You know something? You're right about this guy. Whatever your spidey sense is telling you that it's time for you to move on, it's time for you to move on. It's not that he's not a worthwhile human being. It's just that he's not worth it. He's not worth the effort. And this hermit reverse tells me that the most positive thing I can tell you is that you're better off alone. You know, and you're not, and the Chariot, where it's saying you're not moving forward fast enough. So I think there's something better for you ahead. So if you reject this guy, you'll get somebody twice as good.
Well, that's awesome news.
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
Except for the guy that's not getting chosen anymore.
You know, he just set off her spidey sense. Women don't ask those kind of questions unless something set them off. We're usually such nice, delicate, forgiving creatures, aren't we, ladies?
Okay, who's next? Suzanne wants to know what's going on with her work, but more importantly, her social life.
Yeah, because work, you're doing fine. You don't need any more help from me, Suzanne. You're in the right spot. You've got the right, you've got your sun to follow. You've got your direction. Just follow your North Star, if you will. You're doing fine there. But the other one was about relationships and social life?
Well, no, just social life.
Social life.
You threw in the relationships part.
Pardon?
So you're the one
I did. And during the holidays, so the social life has gotten to be not easy. We've got to be more careful about how we plan and when and where, and we're having to do drive-bys and Okay, so Suzanne and social life. Okay, so yeah, you have the wheel of fortune, but the wheel's reversed, so it just does tell me that things are slowing down a little bit, and that's the same for all of us. We're all trying to do our best in this time. But having said that, there are creative ways to get out and about, and that's a good thing for you to do. I see what's happening. Okay, so socially speaking, you need to convince your husband to get out. It looks like he's reversed. So it feels like he's the one that's saying, yeah, but. There's a lot of things you can do to get out and about, or even online, but it feels like your usual way of reaching out, you're just like anybody else. I'm going to throw a few runes because that's just not giving you enough of an answer. And I want to make sure you get a good answer. Okay. Look at that. The two that's good. The two that come up are Torch and Othilla. So it does say you're going to be stuck at home, but it does say that you can find ways to socialize at home. There's a suggestion that you might want to apply for some of the online courses as a way to kind of get out there. You know, I know it sounds lame, but this is 2020, right? Yeah, it looks like even though you are stuck at home, you do have strength. So you do have a lot of friends. You just have to figure out how to reach out to them, and they're still there, and your family's still there. You know, you just need to get more creative, but you're going to have to take the torch here and get them online and get them, you know, on Zoom and start doing the video chat and that. You've got to be the drummer here to reach out to everybody. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, yeah, it looks like we're going to be kind of in this position where we have to be more online and creative about socializing while distancing, and that's going to continue through the winter right on into the spring. Once it warms up, things get better, but boy, howdy, who would have thought a whole year of this stuff? Be the Pied Piper. Reach out, get everybody online.
Party time.
Yeah.
Brian wants to know what 2021 has in store for him. Less going to the store.
Yeah. Stock up on toilet paper and canned goods, right? 2021 is going to be, you know, I knew when 2020 came in that it was going to stink. It was the only I could only come up with 2 words for the year of the steel rat, and boy has it ever sucked. I guess that's 2. But the steel bull's going to be a better year, you know, just because the bull's a different sort of animal. Okay, so but 2020 for Brian.
No 2021. He's
2021.
already had 2020. He's had enough of that.
We've all have. Okay, 2021 for Brian. 2021 for Brian. Okay, so you have the Page of Swords, and Page of Swords is about messages. Page of Swords is about it's about dealing with some emotional. Okay, let me put it to you this way: in 2021, I see you stronger emotionally, so you can deal with some of the BS that's been going around you head on. And it is a good time for you to call people out on their stuff in 2021 and try and rearrange the general social pyramid around you. Absolutely. The cards are saying it's a good year for you to be a little bit Machiavellian. Go in and just, you know, call everybody who's ever wronged you. Call them out, call them to the carpet, make them accountable for it, and then be super nice afterwards. Super nice for the rest of the year. Yeah, there's recovery coming your way. You've got the 5 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords is positively aspected. And even though it is a card of kind of meanness and that, it's kind of like it's you turning things around. In 2021, you get to turn things around. So it feels to me like you've been on the wrong end of the stick, the you know what end of the stick, and it looks like you're going to be on the good end of the stick next year. I want to get a little bit more guidance there. Okay, so even though the cups are reversed, it tells me that 2021 is a good time to start believing in love again. And it feels like you've been a little jaded there because it's reversed, but you can put that right side up and start believing in love again, because there's that potential when the weather warms up for you. You've got the Ten of Wands, but the Ten of Wands is positively aspected. Basically what this tells me is you usually haven't been able to get away with stuff. You're going to be able to get away with a little bit next year. Don't push your luck too much. But it looks like there's a little bit of the powers that be are looking the other way. Okay, so, and this right here, the Three of Cups, goes right along with the Ace of Cups, and it is about embracing happiness. Embrace happiness, embrace joy. Okay, so thank you for asking. Thank you for tuning in, and a happy 2021 for you.
Excellent. Jerry. We have a new one here. Jerry, and Jennifer's new, and Angel is new. We've got
welcome everybody.
More. Gita is back. Welcome, Gita.
Make sure that you subscribe. And
Jerry says that she's from COVIDville, which really doesn't narrow it down at all.
Oh, I know.
Anyhow,
there's a lot of COVIDvilles out there, Jerry. Be careful. Please be careful.
Jennifer would like a general reading.
Okay, Jennifer.
She's new here.
Okay, so Jennifer, we're just going to throw 3 cards for you. A general message, and then the things you have to watch out for, and the blessings in your life. And so your general message is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is about moving things forward quickly. So this tells me to act on your feelings, act on what's going on in front of you. Life is going to move forward at a good pace, over the next 3 or 4 months. So keep up with it. And as far as love, this is a good time. This is a good time to build on love. This is a good time to try and attract love. This is a good time to make eye contact, smile, and bat your eyelashes a little bit. What works against you? Oh, drama, drama, drama. Jennifer, absolutely, try very hard not to be negative, and even more so, you need to figure out a way to take the negative people in your life and hold them at arm's length. It would be a real good idea. I don't know whether you work at a desk or not, but either in your desk drawer or on your person, wear a snowflake obsidian to work, just to protect you from the negative people. And then keep that in some salt water overnight to clean it, and then keep wearing it or carrying it on you, or keep it in your drawer, whatever. But that's going to help you just deflect the negativity a little bit, because you just, it's confusing when you have so many negative people around you, and you've got at least 2. So get rid of those guys, or just, if you can't get rid of them, find a way to keep them 2 meters times 3 away. Okay, so positively aspected, you've got the Ten of Wands, and there's a clear path here, but it's a clear path through a den of thieves. So this is a good time to make sure that you cover yourself, cover your behind in every situation. Document where you are, who you talk to, stuff like that. Just because you are surrounded by negative people, and you are surrounded by some dishonest people, that you kind of have to put some distance between you and them. But in the meantime, you can protect yourself from them. So be smart, Jennifer, and thank you for tuning in. That was a smart thing to do. Keep on tuning in every Sunday at 9 o'clock. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends.
Yes, especially tell your friends.
Especially tell your friends.
Tanya wants you to know that her kitten's been watching you on the TV.
Aww. Tell your kitten I'm watching him too. It's her.
So, Angel met a girl a couple of days ago. Her name is Catalina.
What a nice name.
She flirted with him, but he got scared.
Oh, no, you didn't reject a girl, did you?
So now what?
Oh, dear. Oh, boy. She flirted and you ran. Angel, Angel, Angel. Oh, that's okay. You'll get another chance. You better make sure that the next time you're around her, hopefully you'll be able to buy one of those roses or something, or a little box of candy. Make it up to her. Get her something sweet. Okay? You know how they say, careful what you wish for, you might get it. You are actually, I can see that you're a little chicken. You're a little, it's not so much you're afraid that you're going to get into the relationship and it's going to fail. You're afraid that you're going to get into the relationship and it's going to succeed. And then what do I do with it? Okay, so positively aspected, you got the Five of Cups. Yes, her feelings were hurt. Yes, she felt a little bit rejected. And yes, she absolutely positively will forgive you. So you didn't screw up things too bad. Just remember to bring something a little sweet for her the next time you see her. And happy 2020, happy Christmas and happy 2021 to you.
All right, who is next? So much going on here. Ezra wants to know about how to improve her financial situation.
Okay, the runes are good for that, Ezra.
But before we get to that, Crystal, please keep your questions for yourself and not about others.
Yeah, it's just it's more difficult for me to get an accurate reading when it's secondhand. It just doesn't work out as well. Okay, Ezra. What can Ezra do to... We're going to make a question, what can Ezra do to improve her finances in 2021? The financial flow right before Christmas is a little strange, so you always kind of want to focus beyond that. Okay, there we go. There's a good handful. Okay. Yeah, you see right here is where it tells me, that in December, basically time of ice, it's not going to be as good for you. You've got this one that I just turned over is a card of the ancestors, and it usually talks about getting advice from somebody older. So maybe you should look to, say, a father or an uncle figure to get some financial advice. Sorry if I sound sexist. If we're looking at an aunt or a mom, fine, but I really get a male feel about this. So what else in the short term? Okay, so this is a good time to be clever. This is a good time to pay extra close attention, especially to the fine print. So be extra vigilant and know that things can change quickly. When things change, it changes on a dime. So be prepared for some changes in 2021. So right now, in the remainder of 2020, it's better for you to just kind of take out your compass and figure out where everybody is around you and where you are financially. So this is a good time to just take inventory and prepare for changes that come ahead in 2021. Yeah, okay. So when we get into early next year, you've got the wagon here, and Rytho talks about things starting to move forward. So when things start to move, they move really fast. So be prepared for rapid changes. This might be, for the rest of this year, it might be a good time to ratchet back and kind of save some of your assets for opportunities that come up early in 2021. It's going to be a good summer financially. So when you get to the summertime, you've got the sun there. So that feels like a time when you can really make some bolder, long-term decisions financially. And then when you get to the end of this year, you've got Kin and you've got Thorazaz. And Thorazaz is thorn. Thorazaz is about things that can get a little out of hand. So when things go better for you financially, you might want to be discreet around your family and not let them know everything that's going on. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and tell your friends about me, okay? Thank you.
Gita,
So nice to see you, Gita.
what's going on for 2021 for Gita?
2021 for Gita.
And I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that.
If he's mispronouncing it, I'm probably mispronouncing it worse, but I really thought I knew how to say 2021.
It's the year of what?
It's the year of the steel ox.
The steel ox.
Yes,
All right.
as opposed to the steel rat. You know, the steel rat, I always get the vision of like those horror story rats, you know, with the little steel claw teeth. And that's exactly what the year's been like. But with a steel bull, what I see is that, you know, that bull that's in front of the stock exchange in New York, that's a visual I get for next year. It's a much better visual. Okay, Gita in 2021. Before I even throw the cards, I get a feeling of family around you, Gita. It does feel like this is a time that in 2021 family relationships strengthen, and you may hear from some long lost family members. So family ties that you thought were permanently broken will be repaired in 2021. I hope that's good news. If it's not, I guess you'll just have to hide in the basement. Okay, so 2021, you've got the Nine of Wands, but you've got it reversed. And that's kind of a good thing because I can see 2020 being sort of a Nine of Wands kind of year where we're all sort of marking time in the same place and everybody's defensive and we're all walking around with our face mask and our gloves and our face shields and worried about cooties. And 2021, I see that defensiveness fall by the wayside. I see that you feel a little bit more able to move forward. You feel a little bit more free, a little bit less encumbered in 2021. So this is a year where you can make up for the stalls and delays of 2020. Things move forward at least through September. So you'll get a chance to relax, but that's when the fall rolls around. All right. You've got the Two of Swords, and it's a little ill aspected, but what I feel like is that, you remember what I said about family, long lost family, family ties being brought back together? I feel you have some doubts about that, and I don't blame you a bit. You know my little tale about the shoe that pinched 6 months ago will still pinch your feet today, and so. Yes, I talked about long lost family members coming into your life. Go ahead and make the truce, but remember what I said about the shoes that pinch whatever people's past bad behavior is, it's going to just continue on to the future. The best thing, the absolute best thing about 2021 is a move up the ladder. And I know that everybody's going, but it's reversed. It's also in a very positive spot. What this tells me is that you're going to find unexpected ways of moving up the ladder and getting ahead in 2021. Go ahead, be imaginative, think outside the box. And, it feels like you can pick up responsibility piecemeal. Like if you pay me another $1 an hour, I can take on this chore and that chore kind of thing. But that's good. And money gets better, especially once you get into August and September. Good on you. So it does look like a fairly good year.
Well, awesome. I want to welcome all the newcomers here.
It's so
Thank
nice
you
to
for
see
subscribing and liking, and especially thank you for telling your friends about us. The more people that are here, the more fun we're going to have. And we're going to have Grace finishes off for tonight. Grace would like a general reading for 2021.
Okay, Grace. Such a lovely name. I really hope that 2021 matches your name.
Marcy, thank you so much for the ornament. I'm going to have to tape over the F-bombs and put the actual word in there.
Well, I think I can give that to you as a 3 there. Just so I can say you filled your allotment for the night.
You're lucky I didn't say it.
I don't know. Can we say that word on YouTube?
Well, yeah, they just won't pay you. But guess what? We're not getting paid anyway.
Okay, Grace in 2021. Okay, Grace. So, Grace, in 2021, this is a good time for you to be confident. It tells me that your best bet, you got strength, but you got it reversed. But the thing about strength is, progress through confidence. And I have a feeling that your self-confidence may have been battered a bit this year because you're not embracing it full-heartedly. Take an example from your queen, and in 2021, you should get a crown and put it on your head and call yourself a queen. So you get that self-confidence. This is a year for you to not bite your tongue and not mince your words when it comes to liars and people who will disrespect or mislead people. This is a time for you to be the guardian of honesty. Be like the Queen of Swords, Approach me, but you better not lie. That's a good thing for you to do. One thing that worries me about 2021 is it brings you more money, but I worry that you don't handle that very well. And that's a personal decision. So remember, when you get a little bit of extra money, like $20 extra a week, we think, well, that's nice, but it's not much. Well, if you just took that and just funneled it from your paycheck so you never used it, by the end of the year, you'd have over $1,000 in your account. So just remember that. You might want to think about making bigger long-term financial decisions, because the opportunity to do so is right in front of you. Okay, so thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, if you want a reading from your queen, just call the spa by the tracks. I don't have any more appointments left in 2020, but I do have appointments in 2021, and you can get a 25-minute, a 55, or a 75-minute reading with Sally Diane. Or I also offer a crystal treatment, and that's about half an hour, and that's where I line up crystals. My guides guide my hands, if you will, as to what crystals are put where, and I tell you which crystals I'm putting and where, and the idea is just kind of an alignment and a relaxing therapy. Everybody seems to like it.
And that's a crystal healing treatment, right?
That is a crystal healing treatment.
Excellent.
Anybody who has any questions, send in your palms, send in your questions to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com, and tune in. Oh, I almost forgot.
What did you forget?
This Week in Ontario.
Wow, we are already at 10 after 10.
Are we? Well, we will do This Week in Ontario next week, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Marcy, thank you for the crown. I love it.
Thank you for the ornament. And if you folks want to watch some more, head on over to my very good friend Scott's channel, Creator Soul Alchemy. He's very entertaining and very good.
He is.
Really, really good.
We do enjoy watching him.
Yes. He does swear sometimes.
Yes. Yes, we should send him an F-bomb ornament.
He's also not getting paid by YouTube.
Thanks so much for tuning in, folks. Remember, tune in again next week and every Sunday night at 9 o'clock for Psychic Sundays Live with your queen, Sally Diane, and her handsome producer.
Oh,
have a great week.
Just started today, that handsome part.
Christmas is coming.